the TaxSlayer.com Gator Bowl. Both the Ohio State and Florida 6-6 coming into that game today. This pass by Bolden is incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Derek Moy, the intended receiver. And you know, you can understand why Penn State, you know, after a 9-3 season was disappointed in not getting selected by a more prestigious bowl game. But then you can also understand with the scandal going on why it happened.
Surely. And you know, it was interesting, the players, those seniors that we just talked about, actually the team had thought about boycotting the bowl entirely, saying we don't want to go. But Bradley said he trusted his guys to make the right decision. Sure enough, they said we want the challenge to play Houston, one of the best offenses in the country.
9th punt, and another one shanked by Farah. Keenum flushed, and he'll just run it out of bounds. King of a couple.
Well, he's got so many career passing records that he leads the NCAA. Why not add to the mix with a few bowl records? He's only 4 completions away. Close on the yards. The way they're moving the football, he might have a chance of breaking both. And you look back at whose record he might beat. Ty Detmer versus Penn State.
And that was in the '89 Holiday Bowl. This pass complete at midfield to Patrick Edwards. That's a gain of 17 yards. Edwards well over 200 yards. In fact, that was his 9th catch. He now has 222 receiving. For this Houston offense, the injury to Tyron Carrier today.
You know, we talked about it at the time. You hate seeing a 5th-year senior in his last game to go half.
Personal foul. Hands in the face. Defense. Number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
This guy in the corner, Chaz Powell. 19 bowl records broken or tied today by the Houston Cougars. Pass attempts, pass completions, yards passing, touchdowns thrown, passes caught, receiving yards, receiving touchdowns, and field goals made and attempted. And yet they only have 30 points on the board. That's a point you made earlier. It could be. I mean,
a lot Penn
worse.
State's game plan has been to keep them in front, don't give up the huge plays, and for the most part, they've done that. They haven't given the score.
There's Keenum over the middle, and that one was almost picked off. Malcolm Willis was certainly there defensively and almost got a handout.
This Houston team averages 50, almost 51 points a game, and Penn State's only giving up 30. So I mean, you've got to look at that and say, well, it's, you know, it's not a bad afternoon. But then you look at all the yards.
They've gone up over their season average for total yards, and Keenum going to add to it here. Pass complete on the crossing route to Edwards, gets inside the 45-yard line, down to the 43. A gain of 6, about 3, maybe 4 yards short of the 1st down. So 3rd down coming up.
I'm interested to see where Patrick Edwards ends up at the next level. Somebody should give him a shot too. He runs exceptional routes, really shows a knack for getting open out there on the field.
Not bad for a guy who walked onto this program. That one fired incomplete by Keenum, intended for Johnson. Got a little pressure there. It'll bring up 4th down, and Houston will punt. Just the Penn State offense has really let the Nittany Lions down. There have been a couple of big plays, but for the most part, they haven't been able to keep Keenum off the field.
No, and that was a big part of their game plan too, was to come in here. They thought they'd physically be able to establish the ground game, keep their defense off the field, and it's just been a very frustrating day for this Penn State offense.
Leone's punt. They'll dump this inside the 20, and a fair catch at the 12 by Brown.
The Capital One Bowl for throwing a punch.
Wow. South Carolina looking for its 11th win today. That would be a program record. That will be harder to come by without Jeff.
Look at that, I'm sure.
South Carolina's last bowl win, the 2006 Liberty Bowl victory over this Houston program. Pass is complete. That's Stephon Green.
But it's too bad. DJ Hayden has had a spectacular afternoon.
Yes, he has. 2nd down and 2. Penn State trying to keep the drive going here, and they get the 1st down out close to the 20. That was Stephon Green. As we're coming up on 5:15 to go here in Dallas, it's a 3-possession game.
Yeah, now you see Penn State going with a little no-huddle offense. They're going to have to start taking opportunities down the field, taking their shots. The thing is, Houston knows that just as much as anyone.
Bolden to Green. Good run. Gain of 9. Let's go down to Lisa.
Hey, Clay, well, as you know, Joe Paterno right now being treated for lung cancer. He's currently undergoing radiation and chemotherapy. Jay Paterno says that his mother really keeps him updated, and she gives him all kind of medical terminology. And he says, Mom, is the treatment going well, or is it not going well? And Sue Paterno says that the treatment is going well. Jay says that his father is in good spirits. He has good days and bad days, but never complains. Joe Paterno just celebrated his 85th birthday on December 21st. He had all 17 grandchildren over to the house and said, I'm a lucky guy.
Bolden. Incomplete. Davon Smith had his hand on it. Probably should have hauled that one in too. Incomplete.
And once again, the deeper passes is where Rob Bolden looks comfortable throwing the ball. That time, Davon Smith, number 20, he gets a step. That's about the 3rd time he's been behind the secondary. Oh, throw up 2 hands at it. He tried to pull it in with that left hand. Ball hits him right there. Got to make those catches. Get your team back into this game.
So now 3rd and 1, and they go back to the ground. Stephon Green appears he has enough to pick up the 1st. To go back to Joe Paterno on his 85th birthday, about 400 former Penn State players signed a birthday letter for Coach Paterno, offering support certainly for his health, but for other reasons.
Yeah, I think the guys that played for him, they don't want him to be remembered for what happened this year. They want him to be remembered for what he accomplished over those many years he's had as the Penn State head coach.
Bolden over the middle, another interception thrown. This time it's Stewart. Philip Stewart leads Houston in interceptions. That's his 6th of the year. But there is a flag down.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, intercepting team number 42, taunting, 15-yard penalty. Houston will retain possession, 1st down.
Philip Stewart, number 42 for Houston, an interception here. See Rob Bolden just trying to squeeze the ball down the field. I think at this point in the game, it's hard to blame him. At this point, he's trying to go to number 5, Bill Belton, but he's trying to force the ball down the field. At this point in the game, it's hard to blame him because you have to make something happen, so you have to take more opportunities. There's the taunt right at the end from Philip Stewart, jawing a little bit with Justin Brown.
And 3 of the last 6 Penn State drives have ended with an interception thrown. And Houston now back into Penn State territory after the run by Sims. Gain of 6 on that play. Houston is poised to set a Conference USA record with a 13th win here today. Keenum gets out of trouble and throws it